everyone, and thank you for joining me for this unboxing of Sophie and Toffee's starter box. I came across this box because I was really interested in the Disney subscription resin boxes that they do, but I wanted to see if there was anything to help me as I'm very new to resin. Came across this looking at their standard Elves subscription box. So this is a standalone box. It doesn't become part of a subscription package, but it's supposed to have all the beginners tools and some beginners resin for crafting. I will say I was surprised when I got the box. It was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. I think it's about 10 centimeters high. The design of the box I do really think is cute, with the flower petals and the nice foiling detail with the name on the top. The first thing we'll look at is the little booklet, and that'll tell you what's inside. So we'll have a quick look through this. It tells you you've got some moulds in there, some resin, some tools, and if I move to the back, have a quick look, it shows you some instructions on how to use those. And as you can see, you've got the instructions for the resin, some bezel tape, the lamp, and an idea on how to use a palette mould, and a nice little thank you subscription at the back there on the last page. So if we have a look in the box, you can see we've got quite a bit in there. If we have a look at this on the left, it looks like it's the UV lamp, and I think that's really nice for beginners. And rather than having a little torch, it looks like it's going to be quite a nice size mini lamp. So if we take that out of the box it's in and out of its packaging, so as we can see, it's got a USB connector, so we don't even have to worry about whether or not our batteries are going to work or if it's got enough power to be strong enough. And we've got a stand as well, so if we need to, we can just stand it over if we've got longer time than we thought, or we can get on with other things rather than having to hold a small little torch, UV torch. I've put that to one side. So if we have a look at these, it looks like we've got some mixing tools. So if we just take this out of the packaging, some really nice galaxy background in that packaging, I think. But yeah, it looks like we've got some mixing tools, so that would be good for the epoxy resin and putting in the mica powders or the colorants that we can use. Next we've got some spatulas. So if we open this one, I like the look of these. It looks like we've got some nice quality tools, and the spatulas are really good. I don't know if you like cooking spatulas, silicone ones where the heads come off, but I do like those, and they've all got different shapes. So I'd like to think these will be helpful for the different shape moulds into different corners. So the next packet, looks like we've got a big bag of all the silicone cups in there, some protection, which you don't always see. I think people forget that resin does need protection. So first of all, what we can get out of here is those syringe bulbs. I think there's about 8 there, but I'm sure you probably get about 10 in total, so we'll see if we found any more in this packet. Wow, these are being so fiddly, I can't seem to put them down properly. So let's have a look in this bag again. And then if we take out all these silicone cups, you can see we've got 2 more, so yeah, you do get 10 syringe bulbs in there, which is good. On the top here, we've got quite a few finger gloves. And there we do, we've got some more mixing tools. These are smaller than the other ones. They're all silicone, not just plastic. We've got, what have we got next? Yeah, as you can see, we've got these little finger gloves. So instead of having full gloves on, you don't have to worry about those. And here we've got some really nice little dinky little mixing bowls. So they're probably good for when we've got little bits of colouring that we need to mix, or just small amounts of resin that we're using, rather than having to worry about large quantities. But you get 5 of those in total that I've got here anyway. And then if we have a look at these larger ones, if I can take them out, it looks like, yeah, we've got 3 large mixing cups. So they're all about 100 millilitres each. But it all feels like really good quality silicone. I think it is food grade silicone. So if we see what's next at the back there. Oh, I was wondering what the tape was. It's bezel tape, so that would be good for the charms that have like no backing on them. I think I've seen that online. And then what's this purple thing? Is this the drill? No, I don't think it is the drill. It's the sanding tool. I think it is. Where you make sure everything's all smooth and buffed and looks nice. You've got all the tiny little nibs that come with it in a packet as well. So let's have a closer look at what's in those nibs in that little packet. So you do get quite a few different types. So this is battery powered by the looks of it. It'll be interesting to see how often I'll have to use this and if I'll need to maybe upgrade to anything stronger. So we'll put that to one side and let's see what else is in the box. And this, okay, yeah, this is the little hand drill. So this will be good for what I've seen as well with the little shakers that you can do with resin, which are really cute and adorable to make. What's this? I think just the instructions. We'll just put this to one side. Oh, and this is that cute little small palette mold that we saw at the beginning of the booklet. I think we could use that to make some charms or maybe some little storage for the tools if you can layer it up and something like that. And this is that really big mold that's in there, so that's probably why it's such a large box as well with all this stuff. So looking forward to trying to use that with the resin that comes with it, and at least we'll have some storage to put our little resin bottles rather than rummaging around in a drawer somewhere. And if we have a look here, we've got about, if we look, 200 grams of epoxy resin. So we've got both part A and part B in each packet. And then we've got the instructions in the back of the booklet if we're not sure how to use them. But I think it does say on there that you do need a ratio of 1:1 on these particular resins. And at the bottom, looks like we've got a silicone mat. So if we just take this out and have a quick look at it. I do have some silicone mats already for some other things like hot glue guns and other crafting stuff that I use, but I don't think they're as big as this one's going to be. So if we open this one up, a bit sticky. So hopefully that means it's going to be a really good non-slip when you use it. So yeah, it is quite a large silicone mat, so you're going to have more of a protective surface on your worktop. The box does feel sturdy to be able to keep everything safe in there for travelling all the way over to my little post box. So if we just have a quick look at the lamp that came with it. So I've got a portable charger which I can put the USB end into. So if we just undo the tie for the cable, and we'll get that plugged in that portable charger and just see if it works. Just make sure it works. Wow, okay, yeah, that definitely works, and it is reflecting off my worktop, so it's making it a lot brighter as well, but at least I don't have to worry about any issues with that. And I know that it's a decent size if I do any large UV resin projects, which you don't get in this box. I haven't got any UV resin in it, it's just the epoxy resin. But if we just remind ourselves what we get in the box, we get a large silicone mat, we get a storage mould, a palette mould, 200 grams of epoxy resin, rotary sanding tools, a drill with 10 drill pits, mixing tools, silicone spatulas, bezel backing tape, 6-watt UV LED lamp, silicone cups, mixing tools, finger gloves, syringe bulbs, and then the booklet itself that has some instructions on how to use the resin, the backing tape, the LED lamp, and an idea for the palette mould. The box does seem like it will have everything you might need for a beginner. There are definitely items in there I didn't think about, like the drill or the sanding tool. The only thing I probably would have liked to have seen is maybe some UV resin or even a charm, just so you can actually use the lamp and bezel tape that comes with it. Otherwise, I think it does look like a really good set of items. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching my video, and if you have any thoughts or ideas, leave a comment below.